What are we cooking?
Wow, this is gonna be a mixture of some chicken and sausage.
I love it.
Name is Robert Pace. I am the VP and CISO at Invitation Home.
What's one lesson about leadership that you wish you knew sooner?
Let somebody else lead.
This is pressure cooking. That's why I just need to take a espresso.
I'm glad I have a regular job instead of being a cook. So
This looks amazing.
a boardroom is always high heat.
Oh my goodness.
Head on a swivel.
How do you handle some of that pressure?
Relax. It's only 3 feet of water. Stand up. You're gonna be okay. Take a deep breath. Keep going forward.
Oh. What does a successful day look like though for you?
When you can walk the halls of your organization
Yeah.
and you can hear your message being said by somebody else, that's a good day.
I love it.
Just as we said,
Yeah.
one pot wonder. There you go.
Yummy. Amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cooking with CISOs. We have a very special guest in the kitchen with us today. We have the one and only Robert Pace. Robert, welcome to the show.
Danny, thank you. It's an extreme pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I imagine we have a challenge today, cooking your signature dish. What are we cooking?
Wow, this is going to be a mixture of some chicken and sausage. We're going to fry that up and stir it up, and then we're going to have some rice going. Then we're going to combine it in one dish with some good green peppers and some onions. Hopefully it'll be colorful. Just like cybersecurity, it's a lot of different things going on, but we want to have fun with this.
What's the story behind this dish? Is there kind of like inspiration, something from your past that made you say, yeah, I want to cook this one pot wonder?
Think about it from a incident response. A lot of things can happen. You get all these different pieces, all the different teams together, but it's something that you can really put together, serve, and enjoy,
Yep.
and maybe eat a little bit later.
Yep.
You can eat all of it one time. And also, it's not a whole lot of dishes to wash out.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Robert.
Because the
Thank
cleanup is always good. You got to think about that cleanup.
Do you make this dish on a weekly or something similar? I imagine you're very busy, so coming home after work.
I think I would call this my go-to if I want something fast, if I want to enjoy just some good eating, and you get a chance to relax, because if you're cutting up onions like I'm doing right now, you gotta watch out for your fingers, right? I'm not a pure chef, but you don't want any problems with that, right?
Let's get a little bit of olive oil, or we got to chunk up the chicken before we put the olive oil.
Chicken, all right. Would you like me to chunk up the chicken for you?
Can you get that spotted while I continue with these beautiful peppers here?
Absolutely. I love peppers. I love sweet peppers. We had a session where I tried some of these, and I thought they were like sweet peppers. But
Oh.
they're not sweet peppers, folks.
And that will be an incident response right there.
Hit the button. We got a little bit of an issue.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was good stuff. So we like to be positive here. So how about right? Tell me, Robert, something good. Anything.
Wow. I would say that in life, just relax.
Yeah.
You know, problems may occur. You can take this to work, but I would always say when you have an issue, stand up, relax. It's just 3 feet of water. Relax. You can get through it.
Everybody will not agree with what you're doing.
But knowing in your heart you're doing the right thing.
I imagine you're under a lot of pressure. You're super positive, which I love. You know, how do you handle some of that pressure when the clarity isn't there all the time?
Well, you got to make sure, first of all, have a process to get information to make a decision. So you have data.
Yeah.
You must turn that into information. Then you make the management decision. But Danny, at the end of the day, this is what we asked to do.
Yeah.
We have to be the proverbial coolest mind at the table.
If you see your CISO running around, eyebrows on fire, hair on fire, well, I can't say hair because, I'm kind of aerodynamic with mine.
But if you see that person running around, not able to handle different items, that could be a challenging element.
Sure.
But this is what we signed up to do,
Sure.
right? To know how to get your own breath, know how to take a point of, I need to relax, but recognize that we still have to always be on.
Yep.
When we're always on like that, because you got to make sure you protect the organization from a brand, financial, legal, regulatory.
Yep.
You're always working to protect the organization, and that's what we signed up to do. So I enjoy it,
Yeah.
but it takes a different level of person to enjoy it.
Sure. What kind of the general personality or characteristics that you see in our space dealing with, these pressures and, responsibilities? Is there kind of a common thread?
I think in the times past,
Yep.
we all grew up as a former firewall administrator or something on a technical basis.
Sure.
And then we had to cross that river into management. And that's when you have to learn how to influence, manage upward. And I'll go back to that first one, influencing. Sure, that is so key. If you can't influence, you're not going to be able to get things done.
Yeah.
Because you need to have another voice when you're not there
Yep.
to make the consistency in what you're trying to get over. And you got to know your team is going to change.
Sure.
So Danielle loves sports.
Yep.
Think about it just like college athletics. You can have a college football team and freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Sure.
They're going to move on. They could leave early, but the program has to be the same.
Right.
The folks have to understand that you're going to always be there for that run at a championship or producing good talent. And that last part, I think, is probably more than anything. We got to produce good people. That's our job as leaders.
Yeah. How do you produce good people? It's a hard question to answer, I imagine, but
It is.
what's your go-to for really inspiring people, influencing people on your team? Because you've grown substantially in your organization.
My organization has grown, and I think it's number one, a very much a credit and a compliment when folks want to join your team.
Yeah.
But you recognize everybody may not always be there for the entire journey. Listen to them, understand what they're trying to get to, be upfront with them.
Sure.
Let them know maybe this is not good for you.
Yep.
I think all of us as leaders have had times that, you know what, this person may not be cut out for X. Help them. Just because they're in this, maybe they thought the glitz and glamour of cyber was good, but as I mentioned earlier, it's not for the faint of heart.
Sure.
Help them to do something else, because you have to step back and see their potential.
Right.
And their lives from a career perspective is in your hand.
Sure.
And their family.
Yeah.
Their family is dependent on that person to bring home the bacon. Right. Right.
Or the sausage.
Oh, the sausage. There you go. So you got to help them and put them in the right area. Get the right folks on the team to deliver the right element. So get the right folks on the bus.
Yep.
Or put some Velcro in the seat
Yeah.
so they can stay there.
Yeah.
And then be honest with them. Let them know we're going to have to grow this over time.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen instantaneously, and help them understand that because just like this, just about a microwave dish, take a little time.
Yeah.
You did good on that rice. Thank you very much.
It's cooking. It's even delicious.
We're going to season the chicken a little bit. Once we get the olive oil in there, I like to see just a little bit to kind of slide it around, right? And then we put a little bit of seasoning on the chicken. We're going to crank it up today with the heat.
I love it. What's kind of the spiciest experience you've had in your role as of late?
Oh, man. I think grasping and understanding the realm and we're going to say AI. What is that going to mean to the new way of planning? Because now things are happening so fast that it's going to be hard to do a 3-year plan. Things are coming out in 90-day increments.
Right.
So therefore, how fast can you, as a leader, come to grips with what is changing and then channel that into something that non-tech folks can relate to, and then keep your eye on what are the risks. So head on a swivel, that's what's going on right now.
Wow. I imagine you make a lot of decisions in your role in your organization. Has there been a particular decision you made that's gone against the grain but yielded really positive results or surprising results to you?
Yeah, I would say when you think about trying to move an organization along, we put in very happy that we did this, a good data classification program.
Yeah.
But when you're in cyber and you're putting in a core element data classification, you're touching everybody. That's not just your team. You're touching everybody.
Yeah.
So from the mere fact that you're going to change the way other folks are operating, understanding edge cases, because it may sound good to all the tech folks,
But if that lay user can't put it in play,
Yeah.
it's no good.
When you present an item like that and you tell your team, yes, this is our major objective for the year, and the proverbial, as you go, I go, now as I go, you go.
Yep.
When you share that kind of objective with everybody, when they're used to just doing things snap, easy, that was a big change in item and being transparent on those objectives. Give that like 1 second, I'll be through with this. We're gonna come over there and help you out with that. Not that I know of anything, but when you put in the season in there, I look at that almost like a forensic analysis. Not more so, maybe mining your sim for some data. You just keep adding things and you don't know how it's gonna look. I'm not, and I have not been trained at any kind of culinary school, so you can thoroughly see that. But at the end,
It's about the process.
there you go, that's it. It's all about the process.
And I swear, I didn't ask them to give security analogies with cooking. It's just coming naturally. See, folks? You had this yesterday, too. It was amazing. I was like, hey, very cool.
I think the element when we're cooking, you think about your life, incident response. I had a chance to, we were talking earlier, I wrote a book.
Yes? Tell me about that book.
I understand you forgot to say goodbye. My mother passed away with Alzheimer, and thank you. And the book is nothing but a big incident response plan because when it first happened, I had no idea what Alzheimer's looked.
Yeah.
So you start getting online, you're searching and searching and searching, then also you figure out, whoa, wait a minute. Let me stop. This is my mother here. I'm losing valuable time by trying to go on the internet searching for items versus living with the time that we have, because the time that we have is so important.
Sure.
And you use each day to make a memory. You understand what is valuable and then what's not valuable. And I utilize everybody in the family to help out in making the book. And it's a short read, but it's the journey from the onset all the way through her homegoing.
We'd love to link that book in the episode.
All right.
So that folks at home can read that. All right, so we have the rice nearly done. Turned off the heat. It's just getting that residual heat right now so that it's going to finish off. What's one thing about your role that you never say out loud but feel every day?
Wow. You can feel that. It'll hit you. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. Yeah. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. But you have to remain calm and cool. You walk into the office day, you're not sure what's going to hit you.
Yeah.
And you may not even make it to your desk. And someone says, oh, I just have a quick question for you. You know what that means. It's going to be something long. Well, I want your opinion on this. Okay, how far along are you on this project? Okay. And the good thing about it, when you work on your development and your communication, everybody knows you're going to try to give them reasonable solutions. This is just like a cyber incident response. Everything going on right here, right? You got to react to it. You got to make sure everybody stays informed. Communication, chicken communicated with the sausage. Make sure this works out well.
How are you feeling about how everything's building up right now?
Well, this is pressure. This is like a, either you go into a boardroom meeting or an incident response call right now. And one of the things we go into an incident response, breathe.
What's higher heat, this right here or the boardroom meeting?
Oh man, some of those boardrooms can get you. When you get you have 15 minutes. Oh, you got 8 minutes,
Really?
But you recognize you need to get a good amount of content over.
Yeah.
And those guys need the voice from a cyber perspective.
Sure.
I would say to every one of the folks out there, you're valued. Make sure you don't get dismayed. You have to carry forward that voice. You don't, and sometimes it may not be you. Had to get a little bit more sausage in there, Danny. There we go.
I got this on a medium-high heat.
Medium-high heat. As the sous chef, can you get a dash of black pepper on that?
Absolutely. So medium-high heat in the boardroom or high heat in the boardroom?
Oh, boardroom was always high heat.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I tell you where the most heat happens from a boardroom perspective is that got time of preparation.
Yeah.
You putting yourself under pressure because you know your whole team is looking for you to make sure that message gets there.
Yeah.
Because you told your team, yes, we're going to get this done. I'm going to make sure we explain this.
Right.
You get to the boardrooms, sometimes it could be a late the latest event on the news,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to go answer that. What's that proverbial term everybody's using now? Pivot. You need a pivot. You need a pivot. But that's the part about being a CISO. You're being able to adapt and go with any situation.
Yep.
That's looking good right there.
It smells amazing in here. This incident response, we're gonna call this the incident response one dish wonder.
There you go. I like it. Thank you.
When we were talking behind the scenes, you mentioned, 3 things in the boardroom. Keep it simple, but specific still, right?
Right. You need to be in your boardroom presentation. I would say with any of your leaders, keep it clear, crisp, and concise. We as CISOs get a lot of information. You have to take that information and know what happens with it. So the evolution of it, it's data first,
Yep.
then it goes to information, then a management decision.
Yep.
You keep it in an item of 3 because my view is, think about the boardroom and the executive leadership team. We're all on a time continuum,
Yeah.
but the boardroom is going at a sundial rate.
Yeah.
Maybe the executive leadership could be in an hour rate. CISO's milliseconds.
Milliseconds.
Calm yourself down. There's still time, but it's how it's being measured.
and
And understand. And I try to stay away from the buzzwords.
Yeah. Well, what's a buzzword for you?
Maybe it's zero trust. I think the principles of zero trust are great.
Yeah.
Deal with the principles. And if I stood shoulder to shoulder with you by osmosis, boom, you could get that. But you don't have to do the term.
Yeah.
Talk about the principles,
Sure.
how you want to do the segmentation, authenticate. Just give them the principle. And then sometimes don't tell anybody a thing about it. Just say, for your protection, let's take a step back from the stove. I'm not going to talk about the proper stance in cooking. I'm just going to talk about take a step back,
Yeah.
let that wolf turn from right to left, turn from left to right. Whatever the case may be, give them the principles and why you're doing this so it can marinate.
Yeah.
But don't have to talk about anything else.
100%.
So I think principles always last longer. And man, that is looking pretty good. Wow, everybody should see that. That was looking.
Baby, right there. Look at this.
What we want to do is, I found it best to put in the rice and then let the vegetables go in last so they can stay a little firm. Let's do
Right,
it.
let's do the rice.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Beautiful rice right here. All fluffed up. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Now, in all actuality, this should take about maybe a couple step right over. A couple more minutes. Now, it's always a point with cooking meals. They say maybe what's the best beverage to go with the meal.
Ooh, what is the best beverage to go with this meal?
It depends if I cooked it good or not. If it's bad, have a whole lot of wine.
Boy, you got like 6 bottles right here so they can pop one open.
If it's good, you can have whatever you want, but it's bad, you'll say, hey, let's take another bite, have another glass, relax, and just a little bit. So the juices from the chicken marinated with the sausage,
Yep.
and the sausage and the chicken now have been introduced to the rice.
So you have some of those crispy parts of the chicken and the sauce kind of browning the rice. Looks amazing.
And look, it's just one pot.
Yeah, crazy.
You got to keep everything controlled. Make sure it's good communication.
Yeah. Do we have good communication?
Oh, excellent. This has been going great.
What made you say yes to coming today?
Well, Amy
Yeah.
had a chance to talk, and I such high regard for him. And then I looked up the information online. Then this is pretty nice. So I said, let me be a part of this, But anytime you can talk about cyber,
Yeah.
I think is good because this is what it's all about. When we can communicate, even while we're making a dish,
Yeah.
and you taking the time out to just have this kind of discussion, because how do we make our industry better?
Sure.
We got to communicate more.
Yeah.
Everything shouldn't always be locked down to a compass. It needs to be real communication, because this is some of the points to make you go, wow.
Yeah.
You need to go, okay, what did I learn? If everybody enjoyed the discussion we're having, maybe the dish too, but it's how we operate.
Yeah.
We're on 24/7, but this is what we asked to do.
Sure.
I look at it as a badge of honor.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's awesome. I love to hear that. You're putting all the onions inside, the peppers. Looks beautiful.
Feel a little color to this.
Super beautiful. Love it.
Thank you.
I'm lucky. I get to go home with a lot of new recipes, at least 5, 6 new recipes now.
I like the way we're getting a little name for each one. That's pretty cool.
And this is also going to be linked on the website as well. So the recipe will be available for everybody.
Oh, wow. Man.
And yeah, every time I talk to CISOs, even security practitioners, leaders, tacticians, a common thing keeps arising is that there are a lot of silos in communication. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think we have to evolve as being the CISO. We started off being very technical in the orientation that we talked about, maybe a firewall administrator, network administrator, whatever the case.
Yep.
We wanted to get to the boardroom. They just don't understand what we're talking about.
Yep.
And we got to make the evolution now. We need to understand what they're talking about.
Sure.
And us adapting and communicating at a different level.
Yes.
We're been blessed that, yes, we can talk about the latest cyber incident, the latest CVE, the countermeasure for that, but we also need to be able to have a very good, thank you,
Yes.
business discussion.
Sure.
So we're going to let that simmer. Give it a good 1 minute, and we're going to let it set, and then we're going to start plating.
Amazing. This looks divine. Very happy about how it's turning out.
But I do think that point on communication, understand the business term, make sure that you can speak from a dollars and cents perspective.
Yeah.
As a CISO, you got to understand budget,
Yep.
managing your budget. It's not all about having fun all the time, and help your team help you in presenting the right information. Speak from here's a potential. Don't do the shock and awe.
Yeah.
The FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. You don't have to do that anymore. You're already at the table.
Yeah.
But sometimes you was laughing. I said this. CISOs are the newest ones at the table. Everybody else has nice legs on their chairs, not going anywhere. The CISO is the only one with wheels on the chair. So as soon as the floor tilts, you're sliding away. But you have to recognize that's your role. You're sliding away because you have to get back and look at things from a big risk perspective, then get back to the table, or maybe move sit next to legal, move sit next to the chief legal marketing officer.
Even the chief marketing officer too.
You got to work. You got to be able to talk to each one.
Yeah.
Wow, that does look good. Huh?
It looks beautiful.
In my upbringing, from my career, we've been blessed to have a lot of good mentors.
Sure.
But you always want to make sure you talk to them, understand them, solve the issue.
Yep.
We can just let that set just for 30 seconds. I think we may be ready.
All right, let's get this plating dish. You mentioned talking to a lot of people, moving, right and left, up and down, probably doing some of this too.
Right.
But I imagine your days look different all the time because of that. What does a successful day look like, though, for you?
I look as when you can walk the halls of your organization,
Yeah.
and you can hear your message being said by somebody else. Your job as a CISO, I'm doing a commercial every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start plating this.
Yeah,
That's
let's start plating.
I'm doing a commercial every day to make sure that the folks can hear what we're doing.
Sure.
But when you're doing that commercial every day, you're asking your team to follow you. And I love sports, so here's the analogy. Your team following you is just like a 4x100 relay. That person can't look back for the baton. You just gotta know it's there.
Yeah.
And your message, it needs to be clear. So when you hear another executive, another manager, peer, whatever the case, could be a frontline person. Anytime that the folks are using the words that you initially put out there, that's a good day.
I love it.
Because it is not a one-person item. It is a collective team to protect the organization.
Oh,
Just as we said,
yeah.
one pop wonder, there you go.
Wonder. I love it. All right, we have this, what are we going to call this dish? The IR One Pot Wonder?
IR one pop wonder, let's do it, okay?
Here we go. Are we going to taste this?
I would like for you to go first,
Me
please.
first? Okay. I'm actually thrilled about this. I smell the peppers. I smell the chicken and sausage. Rice is nice and brown, a little bit crispy. Got onions in there. Oh, what's that sausage? Oh, that's gonna be a big bite.
Oh, there you go.
All right, we're gonna do 2 bites. Here we go. Hot. Yesterday burned my mouth a lot. Yummy. Amazing.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Get the Italian sauce and the chicken and the flavoring. Is it starting to, by osmosis? Okay.
Oh, you wrote it.
I'm not biased, but I know this is gonna be good. I know it already.
What would you do differently? I can go spicier.
Turn up the heat a little
Yeah,
bit.
go spicier. Maybe some paprika in there, maybe?
That could
Cajun
take
spice or something like that?
that could really take it out a little bit. But awesome. Hey, that was awesome. Nice.
All right, folks, we have our IR One Pot Wonder made by the one and only Robert Pace. Beautiful dish right here. Look at all those colors. Thank you for coming today, Robert.
This is a pleasure, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure talking about cyber, talking about life, and I think that kind of mixes in with the dish because everything has to go together. Life,
Yes.
what you're doing. Don't be consumed too much by the job, but understand the job is a job, but your life, your character, when you see yourself in the mirror, that's who you are, and you just try to carry yourself really good.
Beautiful. Any final and parting thoughts in the audience today?
I was like, relax. I mentioned this earlier. Relax. It's only 3 feet of water. Stand up. You're going to be okay. Take a deep breath. Keep going forward.
Oh, I couldn't say it any better. That deep breath actually felt quite nice.
Yep, that's what you have to do.
Thank you for joining us today. You're always welcome back to any of our other locations for Cooking with CISOs. If you're interested in joining us at another location on Cooking with CISOs, visit us at www.cookingwithcisos.com. Thanks for tuning in today. Happy eating.